Here's how to find some tax deeds today. We're going to walk you through it step by step as a beginner. We're going to go on a treasure hunt here together. And I'm joined by the fanciest man in Tax Liens and Deeds. This man has won numerous awards for being the best dressed. He is the only man that Chuck Norris goes to for advice. Please welcome Mr. Corey Chason.
Oh, that's too
Tax
kind.
Lien extraordinaire.
Thank you, Dustin.
That might be the best intro man ever gets.
That will be it. Yeah,
You got to live up to that now.
Yeah, top of the line.
You
Yeah,
have to live up to that. So what we're going to do here today is we want to walk you through just like getting tax deeds, right? That's what this is about. And if you know where to go, then you can find them. So what we want to do is just continue to make this easy for you to start finding deeds, but also just kind of for us, rewind the tape and go at this from the sense of a beginner to be able to go and just kind of share that journey with you. So we have a bit of a series coming out on Michigan tax deeds, and there are some properties available. Now, Michigan's cool because you can actually buy properties with your credit card in Michigan because one local place like this company handles all of them. So what we're going to do, Corey's going to walk you through just as a beginner, and he's going to register for this, sign up, and narrate what you think need to be looking out for to be able to do this sort of stuff. And let's find some properties. Over to you.
All right.
Shirt. I always just have an endless stream of black shirts. Now, feeling left out.
I mean, I do too. Oh, here we go. Hold on. There it is. Cool. Okay. So also, I'll just do a shameless plug. If you want more content, hit that like and subscribe button for more. Lets us know that you actually care about what we're talking about and give us a little
subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe gives us a little serotonin boost.
I will save a cat from a tree for every like we get.
Oh, that's pretty good, guys. Imagine how many cats will die in trees if you don't like and subscribe.
Too many.
Too many. Okay. I mean, that's not funny, but moving on. So this is tax-sale.info. You could also just type in tax sale Michigan in the Google search bar and you will find it as well. But this is what it will look like when you land on their homepage. And then you can see here, view available properties. There's upcoming auctions. There's a searchable map and there's surplus properties. And you can actually see past auction results, which can be good if you want to predict future results. Now you can't do that perfectly, but you know, it's there. Anyway, so let's just log in. Click here and I'm gonna register now. So
Corey, as you register here, I will just kind of chat a bit as far as the importance of past results.
Yeah.
So it's really important to look at the past results of auctions just to kind of get an idea of what things are going for. Now, one of the things I chat about a lot is the fact that the auction climate changes so much. And a lot of the times, just because you went to an auction and things got bid up, it doesn't mean necessarily that it is a bad auction, but it is a little bit of an insight to see what happened previously, right? And I've been using a lot of like sports team analogies lately. And the fact is, most people here watching are into some sort of sport at some point, and you know stats on, you know, where the team is, what city, stats on different players. So this is the same thing as if you are researching different players on different teams, trying to get their stats. If you're building your fantasy league, right? Except this one can actually pay a lot more money and you can be in 100% control of it. No shame there, but that's why it's really important to go back and see what happened in the past. Because if you're going to put in a bunch of time and you look at an auction where everything was like bid up to market value, then that's just going to be probably not the best use of time, except those buyers are really good buyers because they're cash buyers. And if you were to be finding these properties before the auction, you could scoop them up, get them under contract, maybe flip them to those buyers. So it's all going into your database as far as what works and what's going on. So it's very important to look up those past auctions because it's important. And a lot of people will come into this business and then first sale, they'll hit it out of the park, which is great. But we do need to build up that confidence and just treat this, you know, like a real business to get that experience, right? It's like, how do you become a good driver? You drive a lot, you experience different conditions, different vehicles. You know, most people these days can't even, you know, drive a stick shift, My grandma grew up on a farm, and the first thing she drove was a big farm truck with a manual transmission, and she was backing up trailers on the farm by the time she was like 15. So she knows how to drive. She has all that experience. So what you guys need to do is get that equivalent of the experience here. And this is the name of the game. So Corey's registering for this site right now, and we're doing it live. We haven't registered for this particular site,
which may have been an issue, but here we are. You got to put in your social security number and your driver's license.
Just to sign up. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's important. So we're going to make sure that is inserted as Corey goes through this to have that information on hand. And it's important these sites do some screening, and it's good because the more a site screens, the better it's going to be to keep out, a lot of the people who just kind of waste time. So when you're going to these auctions and you're going live, I'll give you an example. So this is why you never really count an auction down and out. Is I was in New York and there was an auction and there was about 100 properties and there was over 600 people at the auction. And I thought to myself, like, man, there's no chance I'm going to get a property, right? Like there's so many people here. I was so intimidated. And as the auction went on, some things weren't even selling, which I thought was interesting. And then you want to talk about an adrenaline rush. When the property I was interested in came up, I got in a bidding war with a guy. I ended up winning the bid for $6,000. And man, you want to talk about like excitement in a room with hundreds of people. It was an absolute rush. So that's why it's so important, like not to judge this business based off of a limited experience, right? So you want to be able to go to these sales. You want to get that experience. You want to get these properties. And then that way you're going to be able to really flip them. So as Corey is struggling here.
I got it, but I put a username that I forget what I put. And so, dear, this is the worst.
This is why it's live. So we wanted to go through it live, and the struggle today is live, but we're going to look at these properties. For anybody just tuning in, once again, if you're not with the toolkit, so remember, we do have the complete tax lien and deed directories here that if you click the description below the video. So what we do is we have all of the contact information for all 3,300 counties. So this information is all below. If you click the description, we have all the websites, all the phone numbers, and basically like this is your essential kit to get started. Like it has all of the property evaluation forms on it that you're going to fill out, all of the questions that you're going to go through, and just everything you need to get started, like 100 tax lien and deed facts that you must know. And all of that is in the description below. So you can go ahead and definitely grab that as you finish up here, or grab it now because we do refer to that a lot of the time. It is totally free as we try to give you guys as much value as possible. Corey, how are you making out?
Might be 2 more seconds. I just did a password reset and it's still saying invalid credentials. So that's unfortunate for this live.
So for anybody just joining, we're like, okay, we're going to go with this live and go log into a site and start finding some of these properties.
But what we can do here is, that's so stupid. I just reset my password and it sent me a password reset here. I changed it. Did I spell your name right? You know what's funny?
You spelled the name wrong.
I spelled your name wrong. Yeah. So let's try it one more time here. This is great. I meant to do this. This is clickbait to keep you on our videos.
So for anybody that's just joining, we're going to try to find some deeds here today. Michigan has this site that allows you to just see what's left over right now. So we're going kind of from start to finish, setting up a new login. So we figured we'd do it live. Corey did say, should we set this up before? And I said, no, let's go at it live.
There we go.
Someone who's totally new and not too bad. Corey set it up. Then he forgot the password and then he forgot the username. So this is actually a really good representation of what it would look like. Most of the time, I forget my usernames and passwords as well. But now we're going to find some property.
Yeah.
Back to you, Bob.
Yeah, here we go. So signed in. Looks like you can access the list without doing it. So I had to put in I put in actually just a fake driver's license, and that worked. But I had to use an actual social security number. So
did you use mine for it?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so now we're in here. It looks like we can like see how many views it had, added to favorites, that sort of thing. But we've done a lot of lives in the past on these, and so it's the same process to find the address and that sort of thing. And here's the parcel ID. Oh, it looks like it has an address here as well, and you can view it in a map. And so it kind of shows you like you don't really know based on this exactly what's included. And so in this case, we would want to take the parcel ID and then go into the GIS viewer, pop that in the GIS, which I don't know if you want me to do that now, Dustin, or if we want to poke around a bit more.
Yeah, you could keep this in a tab. We can come back to it.
Okay.
For anybody just joining, the whole purpose here is we're trying to find deeds that are available today. Right now, we're taking a look in Michigan, poking around. Because if you're watching this, you need to take action. You need to find these properties. And we're kind of just starting out of the gate here on this website. We registered, just going at it from a complete start to, well, not finish, but just completely starting out. So you can watch this video and follow along as well.
Yeah, so it looks like there's like, so you can come here to surplus property. So these are properties that are available to buy right now. It gives you like an like kind of, you would want to read that, but then you have these different areas here that you can kind of look into. So I think, I'm not sure if this is the same thing. Click here for a purchase form. Maybe that's if you want to buy it, but you can see here, these are sort of what's available to be purchased right now. Minimum bid $100. Again, parcel ID.
Minimum bid $100.
Yeah. Current taxes. And then, yeah, but then we also have upcoming auctions as well here where you can kind of go and see what's coming up. So it looks like they take place every spring, and auction schedule is typically announced in May. So, so that would be something that you would just create a calendar for, and kind of put it in your calendar so it pings you in May to check here. But then because we don't have anything coming up for the actual sale, but we have surplus properties here, this is where we can go. We can sort of comb these different websites and see what's here.
Yeah, so these are properties available right now, and you can put your bid. You can put your bid in on these properties.
Yeah,
literally today. So, like for example, we look at this one, little lot action here.
Yeah, and so this is interesting. So, I mean, obviously, this isn't a great. We don't want to go based on this, but this has had 2,400 views, so it looks like it's pretty popular. SEV, state equalized value. So it looks like it's 50%. So it looks like the state's valuing it like or like $50,000 ish. But then you can see this unit has damaged foundation, must demo for purchase, make offer.
Guys, this is a really important one to read those comments.
Yeah.
Because I've purchased properties before where I didn't read that it needed to be like renovated and like made proper within 60 days of purchase. And then I started getting all these notices, and then eventually like they wanted me to come to court and fine me because I just wasn't fixing it up.
Yeah.
So we read those. Eventually I sold it, but always read that. That's a rookie mistake, and I was a rookie when I did that.
Yeah, that's great. We've all been there. But again, so this is something you can check out. So this is actually the same one as before. So it's looking like the minimum bid's 1,000. When we pull it up on the address, it pulls up sort of this sort of vibe here that we got when we clicked it before. So we don't know how big this lot is, but if we wanted to dive further into it, we would just have to put this parcel ID in the GIS map for Brooklyn, Missouri, I believe it is. Yeah, so what county is Brooklyn, Missouri in? And then I would go Jasper County GIS or parcel viewer. Boop. Let's see how quick I can do this. I'm getting pretty good at this. So if you're lost, I apologize. Well, we're going quick here. And then this is where I always just start clicking stuff and hoping for the best. This is a good sign. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. So they all look kind of similar to this. And then you can parcels. There should be a search bar. Yep, up here on the top. But there's also this one right here. Search by parcel number. So let's see if it pulls it up. Might not. So what happens is sometimes you got to get rid of these dashes. See if that does it. That's such a small number. Holy smokes. I can barely see it. You must.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just removing all the dashes. I'm going to copy it and it doesn't pull it up. Classic. So then what I'll usually do is pull off the zeros at the front. That doesn't work. So I don't know how this county categorizes this yet. So I'm going to try to use the address, and then I might be able to get an insight into how they actually, like how that parcel number translates to the GIS. Because you'd think it'd be simple, but it's not always that simple.
Yeah, and remember, this is part of the process of understanding it, and it's why it keeps a lot of people out of this business, which is a good opportunity for you because all of these counties are a little bit different. You just kind of come in here, you do a bit of code cracking, and then once
Yeah.
you do it, then you just start blasting through, researching, and it's a good deal.
I found the issue though. I'm wondering if anyone watching has found it yet. And it's the one thing that I didn't check that I normally check when I first log in. I don't know if you can see it. Destin, can you spot the issue? It's more at the top of the page than anything.
It's kind of hard to read the screen.
In this area right here.
What happens if you zoom in? We always forget to do that.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm zooming in. I'll give you a little hint here. Does that make it clear?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh dear. Any idea what my error was?
You didn't put the owner's name.
No. I'll give you a really clear hint right here.
Oh, you're in the wrong state.
Yeah. It's also over here too. So that happens. I always usually try to check that, but
honest mistake.
Yeah, that's an honest mistake. And I should have caught it. Normally I scroll down here and this would have been super clear. I usually check the bottom, but I didn't that time. So Jasper County, US County, Missouri. So we go Jasper County, Missouri. I don't know how to spell Missouri. And then GIS. So here we go. So this is now this is pretty clear. And then we can see Beacon Online GIS, and then here we go. Now it's actually the exact same. Looks like it's the exact same sort of company that does it. So I should be able to, in theory, put the parcel ID in here. No parcel results. What happens if we take the zeros off? Take out these dashes. I think I saved it. Zeros. Come on, don't do me like this. Address search. Let's try the address. 302 Huron. Take that out. 302 Huron. Entrance. So again, because we're live, it's like the pressure's on. Eventually I'd be able to figure this out, but this is also part of it. Once you figure out exactly how it looks, we have done lots of these in the past where I have been able to figure out, but basically this number, this parcel ID that we have, chances are it's some combination of this, whether it's these zeros get taken out or maybe this 65 gets taken out. Something it's something like this that that's how you would search it, and then you'd be able to get an exact view of where the property is. Now, I wish that I could do it. I don't know if you want to.
But just coming back to it, this is a perfect example of why this business keeps a lot of people out. And that's great because it's not just like going to Zillow and like a grocery store. You know, Zillow's like a grocery store. Everything's full price. Just load up your cart. You can fill up your cart with as much stuff as you want, as long as you have the money. Whereas with liens and deeds, you know, it's a little more challenging and you have to kind of crack the code. And there are, 3,300 of these counties. So the next step is going to be to call the county. You can go on the site or get the national directories that we give away here and call them up. So this is part of just kind of cracking the code to this particular county, figuring out what's going on. And once again, all of that stuff is listed below in the description. If you do want some help with this stuff, you can book a one-on-one mentoring call with us and we'll chat with you. We can help you get a plan in place and save you some time and then really go in one-on-one if it's a fit and really help solve a lot of this for you. But we just kind of wanted to go through it live. So Corey, maybe just a quick 1-minute recap from start to finish where they can go see these properties, and then we'll wrap it up.
Sure. Yeah. One thing I was doing is I just kind of zoomed in on it properly, and this is the parcel number here. So it's like extremely long. And so it has this alt ID as well, but that's another way that I would just have to decode it and figure out, okay, I have this number here. How does this number relate to this number? But obviously I won't get into that. But that's how I would, if I was to continue on this path, that's how I would do it. And the beautiful thing is once you do it once, then you know how it works throughout the whole state usually. And so it's a lot quicker the second time. But this first time, it's kind of like opening a safe for the first time. You just need to get the key, the code right.
Jiggle.
Yeah, jiggle. Do the jiggle. Cool. Yeah. So we go to tax-sale.info, Michigan. We registered, and then we got these view available properties. So if we click on view upcoming auctions, there's nothing here and then we read this, and it says that the foreclosures take place every spring. So we could just keep note of that on our tax auction calendar. But then what we do is we come to surplus properties, and we can actually check and see this surplus property sales in each of sort of the main. I'm assuming these are the main counties in Michigan. I could pull up a Michigan county map. There might be more, and there actually might be certain other websites for other counties. It's possible. But for this case, we're just focusing here. But there is also, you can see here, the credit card. You can buy with a credit card in this county. And you can click on any of these ones here, and you'll be taking, some of them have just a couple properties. Some of them have more properties. But that's how you would basically find the properties in Michigan. And this can just be something that you check once a month, log in real quick, see if there's anything there, and take notes, like maybe make a note, make a video to yourself. This is how I found this information, because you will forget, but a quick video can help save you a lot of time to refresh. So that's where we're at. Back to you.
Good stuff. Thanks everybody for hopping on. Really appreciate it. If you like this, hit thumbs up, subscribe, ask us a question in the comments. We would love to hear from you there. Let's see. Do you think finding tax deed surplus is a good niche? Yeah, absolutely. There's thousands, tens of thousands of these sitting there right now that you can go get. So that's what it's time to do. Go grab them. Once again, grab the training below in the description. This will give you all the questions to ask. So on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for hopping on. See you guys soon.
Cool. See you, everybody.